Here we are. Welcome back to episode. Is it episode 5 now? Yeah, I think it's episode 5. I'm pretty sure it's episode 5. I'll find out later. You guys will probably know it. So, let me see. It's so dark. You know when you try to do computer work during daytime and there's daylight? It's like your screen turns black, so it's hard to see. Well, yeah, we were spamming to try to get better sleeping arrangements because we do want that. I also need to make sure that I have people with enough stoneworking to not lose our levels, because we are at 41. I need to see how many are at 41, because he's 23, he's fairly young, he's 31, 10 away. Because stoneworking can also be a bit of a pain in the, you know, where she's 50, she's got another 20 years left, so not too worried. And she's 56, she's 36. 29, 38. Okay, I think we're okay there, as long as we keep up with letting them do a lot of stoneworking in crafters. We should be okay, so I'm not going to worry about that. Right, so at the moment when we are spamming to try to get better architecture, it's a bit futile to try to keep a maintenance amount, because it's not what we need. We need a spam amount, so we can easily put that to 150 and increase workers. How many do we have now? We have 16. So let's do that. And let me see how many free do we have. At the moment it's 1. Builders is 2. So this one has just learned the skill. So she's rudimentary. Yeah, but she doesn't know it at all. That's fine. Uchuppas, yeah. Just gonna go see. You guys are going to produce wildly, just like these guys. Very little limits. Let me see. Yeah, you guys are full on. So I'm going to take away another one from these and leave that one as is. Did we put up any dryers? We didn't. Since we are beginners, we can easily do it, but we are then also taking away some of the happiness food, you know, that they get from these on-dried meats. Because on-dried meat, raw meat, gives, I think it's 7 appeasement in comparison to neutral when they are dried, but they have higher calorie content when they are dried somehow. Fish is the same. Dried fish has higher calorie content. It has to do, I think, with the amount of stone sickles. No, it doesn't have to do with the amount of stone sickles. It has to do with the amount of energy the human need to use in order to burn the calories or burn it. So this one, let's do unlimited as well, because what is it? Is it toolsmithing and stoneworking? Yeah, so we want that as well. Yeah, excellent. So how much stoneworking do we have now? We have 51, so we got another 10%, which is amazing. Good job. Good job. Yeah. You go, girl. So strong. So, why are you unhappy? I know I'm banished, people, but why are you moaning? Oh, you don't have a good house. I know. You know what? We are working on it. We are working on it. I wanted to go over some of the older patch notes and see what we didn't talk about previously. So I'm not sure if we talked about this in my other videos, but the devs also a few patches ago, it should be in public now, that they have increased the effect that unrest has on births. So when you're extra happy, you have no change, but when you're unhappy, you have that there are even fewer births becoming a reality, fewer pregnancies. So this was done I think this was done to help players who didn't want such a high population growth, and by doing it like this, then player can control better. Because if you keep them a little bit bob and not really happy, then also the birth rate will really reflect that, because it's being lowered quite a bit exponentially with the amount of unrest your tribe has. Yeah, and that is I think that's a fairly good way to give player the option to control birth rates better. So yeah, that was done. Also, the Ice Age has been slowed down even more, so now it takes even longer. But that is something that we people who want to start and take KBC and want to play really slow have asked for and wanted. So those who are impatient used to still choose either normal and closer to the Neolithic, or fast, so that you have much more action constantly. Because there's plenty of these players that want to do this game but find it a bit too slow. So devs are trying to make sure that everybody gets a little bit of what they want. Yeah. I've said it before, and I will keep saying it, that we cannot possibly please everyone all the time. There will always be something. As long as we are individuals and we don't share taste and preferences, there will always be areas where we won't find 100% agreement. It's just the way it is. There's nothing even to consider to try to change, because it's impossible, because we're all different. But we need to go by what majority wants, not only one person. Yeah, so that makes sense. What else has been done? Yeah, we talked about some constructions have added pottery to them, but we won't see it yet because we're not close enough to the Neolithic era. But when that time comes, you will see that you will need pottery for a few of the constructions in game. So that's I'm going to show you when we come to that. Let me see, does this one need pottery? This one needs pottery. As you can see, we have no pottery at all. So that one will need pottery. That is the first one we can see. Because now we are probably getting closer and closer to getting our first Neolithic migrants. We have probably already got our first Neolithic migrants, but their Neolithic influence is so low it hasn't affected the tribe yet. So they need to be 51% plus, otherwise they won't affect the tribe. I like that we planted our butts right next to a honeycomb, a beehive. Okay, so these are done. That means I'm gonna ask them to start dismantling them as well, because you do get, remember, you do get skills learning from also dismantling and repairing. So at the moment, since we are doing a lot of spamming buildings to improve our knowledges, there's not much point trying to keep a maintenance amount on, especially straw and sticks and ropes. So let them just produce wildly, is what I say. Just make sure we have the material in camp to actually do it. So I'm going to put these up a bit. These can stay. These can stay, and these are open to as many as they want, but these now have 2 and up to 150. Raw stone has met its quota, which is fine. Don't need to do any changes there. Besides, they only have one person anyway, because we are not many, are we? Oh, someone has improved the leatherworking technique, which is good, because we need that for the big pelt hut. So this is why we added so many, so more people in the tribe will be practicing their leatherworking. So this is a way to do it. You don't have to spam the leatherworking. You just put down a lot of tanners, kill a lot of animals, make sure there are plenty of raw hides in camp, and then they will do the work themselves. What do you have? Oh, look at him. He's got 37 in housing, architecture, and 56 in stoneworking. There is no way in hell I would decline this guy, even if he had horrid attributes. Reed huts, big reed huts, and big straw huts. So the best one to build here, of course, is the big reed hut. But we don't need a gazillion. We don't need a gazillion of each. We can mix and tricks, because this one and this one is same. So that means we have two types we can swap between and maybe build one of those. This is only -6, but these can be, you know, be doing a few of each. And then we're going to replace the smaller ones, except this one. We're going to leave this one because this is the only thing we have then that only asks for stone as maintenance. But keep these things in mind to try to balance so that you have a 70% majority of the best you can build, and then have a 30 of things that represent different build and maintenance materials. This is extremely important when you are trying to be sedentary. When you are doing Mesolithic stuff and semi-migratory, or, you know, migratory every year, or as you see fit, you don't have to worry about these things. But for the purpose of teaching new players how to not be wasteful and how to manage to stay same place more than a few years, I'm just going to play like I do when I play hardcore and when I'm already in the Neolithic. So the rule is the same. Mesolithic or Neolithic, if you don't want to waste stuff, if you want to stay as long as possible in the same area, no waste. Play frugally. So we are going to divide the houses into 3 categories, and the categories are, first of all, happiness, then they are a space, and then they are materials, including maintenance materials. So we want to try to have as many as possible with the cheapest material, with the most abundant material, and also the highest happiness. So this is a balance act that you as a player must do yourself based on what you have to build. What are you? Okay. Yes, I know I have managed people. How many people do I have on it? So 2, isn't it? There's only 2 people doing all the work. Yeah? Oh, okay, so you need to... Actually, I'm just going to let them move on, do their own thing, as I am giving other stuff to do to tribe. So we have 35 straw. That won't get us very far. And now it's also time to do reed. Rawstone, you're no longer going to do mud alone. Since tribe is so small, I need to put these guys to also do the reed. I'm going to reduce the raw stones because there's no way we're going to need that unless we start to practice for when animal rage comes, and that's not going to be right now because we have to focus on getting better housing because people are not happy with what we have, and we can't really blame them because that one is -41. Yeah, so we want to replace this with one of these or 2 of these because they are better and they have 1 more sleep spot. So replace the poorer ones with the newer ones, the better ones that demand the same resources to be built and repaired. That is really what we are aiming to do. So we are replacing the poorer ones with better ones of same material. How many fishermen do we have? We should only have 1, don't we? We have only 1, yeah. Storing fish. She is working on her learning. So fish and hunting are the 2 knowledges that you get the most frequent from all your migrants in all Mesolithic settings. So remember that in the Neolithic, when you're closing up to 400 population and maxing out all your knowledges is an option, you will also have migrants coming much more often with maxed out options themselves. Yeah, so it will be much easier for you to keep up with all knowledges if you accept migrants who has this increase. I'm just going to wait till people have got more resources into camp. much food do we have? 24. We have food for a few days. Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys in the morning. I want to show you how you can do a short and intense gathering of needed materials to get stuff happening quicker. So just hang tight till morning comes and I'll show you how you can do it. I don't recommend that this should be something you do all the time, but every now and then you can abuse your tribe a little bit and get away with it by using a clear area tool to get a short, big burst of income for a short amount of time. You cannot do it days in a row. That could be very bad. Very bad, because we're also going to fiddle with the work hours. So now the sun is up and we are going to do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. So this one is already maxed. It means everyone has to work from cradle to grave. They start when they're 4 and they end when they are around 10 in fitness, not age, fitness. Labor time, this means they work from the sun comes up until the sun goes down. Communal task, this means when you have it on all 3, that means that all are focusing on communal tasks above anything else. And we only have two task types. We have communal and we have group. So when you have it here in policy, that means 100% will be doing communal task. Clear tool is communal. There is nothing you can do with groups that will become a group task with this tool. It is communal only. So here's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Remove the gathering. We only want to crop the reed, but you can see we also have some fiber in there, which is fine, because we can also just build a lot of baskets. Right, so now you can see people are going to, oh, more migrants. Let's have a look at you. Oh, look, he's got pottery. So now, like we anticipated, we're going to get pottery because we are getting closer and closer to the Neolithic. So now we also have pottery. Yeah, let's keep on working because we want them to come home with a lot of reed. So you can see a lot of people are running to do the reed, which is what I wanted them to do. They will come back and we will get a big burst of reed. Going to wait and see how much comes in today. So how much is it we need? Is it 75 for the little ones? It is 75 and 150 for the big ones. So we're going to do a few smaller ones, and we're going to do a few of these. So these two share appeasement, but the straw hut has one more vacancy, one more sleep spot. And this, of course, is the best we have access to now. So you can see this one, we need 13% more architecture just to even consider it, and also one full European Neolithic migrant. This one needs 3% more of the leatherworking knowledge and also 8% more architecture. So we will probably get this one first, and this is the one we are working towards getting, because we can't control what kind of migrants are coming. We can only control the amount, the frequency, by keeping happiness high. Yeah, at the moment we're not winning because people are getting really fed up from sleeping in the poorer houses. We don't have a single good quality house, not even one. Oh, we can do flint spears. Do we want to do flint spears? I don't know, maybe a few and let the others work hard on wooden ones so they learn. Let's do two. Let's do two. Let's do 2. Okay, I'm going to keep it another day so we get enough to build. And then I'm going to put work hours down again, and also communal tasks down to medium again, so people can go and get other stuff too. Yeah. So let's see what we don't have. We don't have pears and hazelnut. That's kind of the normal thing in this area, isn't it? Pears and hazelnuts, because there won't be much. Work. Oh, we gotta work. Oh, I seem to have taken a lot of weed as well. Oh, don't want that. I wasn't wasting that time on that. Ain't nobody got that for that. Oh, that was wrong. That was the wrong. For heaven's sakes. For heaven's sakes. This one. I need this one. There you go. When it's red, it will remove. Not when it's white. When it's white, it will add. Yeah. I do like that the paths are so much more visible now than they used to be. And I love the pebbles. Stones coming up when people are treading around them. This is good. Really good. Right, so what else? Yeah, one more thing. Really important. That trust me, guys. This has been a battle to get through. This has been a battle because my suggestion was exactly this. But it was this like 6 months ago. But it has finally been implemented. When you reach 1500 BC, that is when the game stops with its technology and correct environment and correct demography of humans, because we follow also human demography correct, because you will find that there are darker people closer to the meso because you know the environment hadn't forced evolution to make them lighter, so they didn't get so much damage from the sun or the ice or whatever. Right, so I wanted to have a change, because after 1k AD, 1000 Anno Domino, you lost migrants because they would be wrong culture. You lost livestock. You didn't lose migrants, you lost their knowledge because their knowledge would be wrong culture. And you lost the ability to get new environment when you migrated. You migrated to an empty place, not a single tree, not a rock, nothing. And this really annoyed me because I have tribes that are over 100 years old, played far into AD. One I have is like 1300 AD. So I don't get migrants with anything. I don't get animals. I get nothing. So I said, here's what we should do, because I'm not the only one who wants to play my tribe longer than we can at the moment. Since the problem is that game stops at 1500 BC, right around when Iron Age was a fact. Stop the historical years, but keep the rest. And guess what? That is what has been implemented. So for the past few weeks, month or so, yeah, maybe a month or so, this has been in public. So you see, when you come to 1500 BC with your tribe, historical years stop counting, but everything else works as it should, as it did pre-1500 BC. Remember, everything is 1500 BC technology, demography, and environment. So this is a big win, because this means that those of us who enjoy playing the same tribe for many, many years, we can play the same tribe for many, many years without losing anything. So now we get migrants with knowledge, with livestock, and we can migrate as we see fit, because we will get the 1500 BC environment when we land. So I'm extraordinarily ecstatic about this, because this was a thorn in my side, a really thorn in my side for quite a few years actually, because I have played many tribes way beyond 1k AD and had to accept that I can't play it anymore because I get no help from migrants, I get no animals, and I can never migrate again. So this was a very welcome implementation, but you know, sometimes it does take quite a bit of work to get the devs to see that, yeah, maybe Lilly is onto something, you know. The patron access, you know, when you do the gold tier, you also get merchandise with various ancient city stuff on it. I have suggested that we take players' screenshots and put them on the merchandise. So let's see how that goes. If they add it, you are Yes, I know. We are working on it. Let me see. How much do we have now? I have 249. Yes. Yes, let's do this. Do the big. Because you are going to be right here. Here. There you go. So nice. Ta-da. So now that one is going to get built. And then we're going to build a small one at the same time. We're just going to let tribe deal with it. And I'm going to put it here. So I'm going to replace, let me see, these two with proper out pit huts because they are better. So if you just do small upgrades regularly, you will have that people are more satisfied because every little upgrade will increase happiness and reduce unhappiness, reduce unrest. We can't expect miracles from the game when you have to work really hard on your architecture to increase. So yeah, so we have to take it bit by bit, and do keep an eye on migrants. Do not reject if you feel, oh, I can't feed them, because you can feed them because you get 2 more. If you get 2 more, send them out to get food. You don't have to have a gazillion people getting materials. Look at this. I have 1, 2, 1, 3, and 1 again. Yeah. So, oh, I don't have to force them to do that anymore, but yeah, just come with more so we can get 2. So we can get 2 of the reed. What are you like? Sticks you guys are lacking. Yeah, it sticks. So I should ideally go and get a few sticks. Let's do that. Then we do this, this, and this. Leave the gathering, because now we have enough, we have plenty enough of the reed. So now they can go get sticks and help out to get more sticks, because they will be arguing about the sticks, won't they? How many fine sticks do we have? 39, so that is good. But you see the sticks are low, so we cheat a bit with clay tool. If we didn't have clay tool, we would have to do, you know, use the groups only, and that works. But it is lovely to have the option to have a burst income of a specific type of resource over just a few days. You can see it wasn't long enough to make people exhausted. The only thing we did was we got a bit extra fiber and all the reed we want. So you can do this too. Just do not use it all the time. Let's have a look at you. Oh, she has also an increase in leatherworking. So she is definitely going to come, even though she is indecisive. I don't care. I'm taking her. Because we need all the help we can get. Because we want to work our way to... Where did it go? To this one. Oh, can we see this one now? Woodworking is 21%. Yeah. But you can see the stone roundhouse has 1 less sleep bot than the others, but it is the highest. So you got to pay a little bit for getting such a high quality housing. This one is what we want. Now we can see that we're only lacking architecture because we now have the leatherworking. So a few months ago we had a lack of 18%, didn't we? 18% of leatherworking was lacking because we didn't have very much. Right, so now the sticks are there. Okay, we can X out the sticks. We have over 200. Okay, never mind, they're already done. So yeah, this is also how you can mix and tricks with your policies. You don't have to do a lot of tricks and mixing when you are playing beginners, or even normal for that matter, unless you wish to overtask your tribe. I'll show you how to overtask them in a way that they will actually accept, but I will do it later, and probably on hardcore. Because on beginners, you don't have to overtask anything because you're drowning in resources anyway. So beginners is not for the ones who want to play the game as it's supposed to be played. Keep that in mind. Beginners is for people to learn, to have a lot of free stuff so that they can make mistakes, learn from them without absolutely ravaging their tribe every time. Normal is how the game is supposed to be. And that is half of everything that beginners have. So if you feel you have outgrown beginners, it's way too easy for you, you're getting bored, jump over to normal. And when you feel normal is getting bored, then it is time to come visit Lilly in northern Norway and play hardcore with me. We will duel to the death. we will duel to the death. Pick your weapon. I pick northern Norway hardcore slow. Yeah, but the thing is, when you get to know the game better, you will seek more challenge. But if you want to just build and have fun with building, stay beginners or even go sandbox. Sandbox is insta build. You know, everything you place down is instantly built. You just clear the area, then poof, it's built. You can get fabulous cities. Imagine all the screenshots you can make. Go do it. If you don't want to do the more hardcore gaming, go make beautiful cities and post your screenshot on Discord. We all want to see them. We love screenshots. We love to see what others are doing. And I love when people are imitating all the cities. You know, people are imitating the Stonehenge. I love that. Not many are doing it though. But yeah, we have a lot of migrants, don't we? Even though tribe is bothered. Let's have a look at you girls. You are not girls. Increase in stone working. Yeah. Nothing bad. He's completely neutral in his attributes. And increase in fishing. And he has good attributes. So of course we're going to... Oh, Njol and Njol, they both named the same. There's a little bit bob when randomness collides with each other. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is almost done now. Oh, and now we should soon have that. It should start to go into the green again. So it's not showing now. You know why? Because when it's 50-50, it doesn't show. It doesn't know what to pick. They want to be blue or green. Blue or green. Blue or green. I have mentioned this to the devs a while back. I don't know how they're going to solve it. My suggestion is that green is 51 or 50 to 100. No, yes, 50. No, 75 to 100. Blue is 50 to 74. Yellow is 25 to 49. And red is 0 to 24. Did I already say 24? Oh, you get my logic. Tell me you get my logic. Tell me it's not only Lilly logic. Okay, yeah. So now it's 52. You can see. Oops, and now it's back to 50%. They don't know what they want to do. God damn. Dang it. Get it back up. So I'm going to remove these as soon as I see that there are 3 sleep spots left over. And you can see which ones are not being used simply by clicking them at night, or just pause the game so it doesn't go so fast. Pause the game when everyone is sleeping, then you see how many sleeping spots are free here, how many are free here. You check, of course, the worst ones you have. Yeah. So these 2 are going to be replaced with a better one, this one. Yep. So at the moment you can see that the happiness they give is not much at all. It's like -34, so that is no good. So Big Red Hat is already done. It still doesn't have plus, but it has the least minus, only -6. Okay, so now let's see, people are happy again with 52. Remember, when you can't see a happy face, it means they are arguing about what to do, because 50%, you know, half and half. Or is it 75? Gosh, I don't know. When they're equal, when they're on the threshold, it disappears. 60, okay, good. So now let's pause, and now we'll see how many left. There are 2 free here, and 2 free there. That means that this one will be deleted. Then I replace it, and then I delete this one as well, or dismantle. So now they're both out. Ta-da! Oh, you're pregnant. Good. How many kids do we have now? I feel we've grown a lot lately. We have, haven't we? Yeah. Okay, let's do this because this one was not in the group, but I want it in the group. So now these guys are also going to create this one because we do need to mix the materials. Let's not make any mistake there, but let's not put it closer because we want the better housing closest to the focal point, which is always a fireplace. Yeah, because they seek fireplaces and benches to end off the day, to round off the day before going to bed. They eat, then they socialize with tribe and family members. But just keep that in mind. Focal point will always be around the benches and the fireplaces. Yeah, that's where the best ones should be. And it's first come first serve about who sleeps where, but they will all try to sleep in the better ones first. So now this one should be full. I forgot to check these, didn't I? But it should be these taken last. So there were 4 open spots. That means that 3 is gone. So this one should be more fields tonight. Yeah, 1 left over, which it should be in everything. Oh, this one is left over, and then you have 1. You're full. You have 3, and you should have. Yeah. Okay. Oh, they got up. Yeah. So, yeah. Didn't I put it down? Oh no, here, put it here. I was looking for it over there. That's not going to work, Lily. So now we have enough to build the big straw hut as well. But I'm going to wait a bit. 64. Till they have built this, because this could take a bit of time. So let them build. So just keep that in mind when you are, even if you are playing beginners or even sandbox or whatever, just replace some of the poorer ones that has same material with the better ones, so that you avoid unrest there. Because when people are happy with their housing, then you can torture them in other ways. You can torture them with work hours, because then you will avoid the most deadly disease in the game, combination unrest. What is combination unrest? Combination unrest is when a member has more than one type of unrest at the same time. This one has 2 types of unrest. She first has the housing unrest. She has no decent housing because she still probably sleeps in a bad one. And then she also has unrest because we have banished a person. And this won't go away until the leader dies or is kicked or whatever. It has changed somewhat here, the rules around banishment. I can't really recall what they are. I haven't done any real long-term or any deep testing on it because there's been way too much other things to do. So the second they have combination unrest, you're also inviting high numbers. So high numbers, when it's from 60 and up, you could lose them on beginners, meaning they will leave, depending on the will working in the background. If they have very high will, they could leave fairly early. But the same goes for those with red attributes, red grades, because they are so whingy that they, nah, I don't want to do this, I'm just leaving, you know. While the others are protesting, those with red will be moaning and whining, while those with green will be protesting. So there's a difference in how they leave. But combination unrest is normally frowned upon. You should avoid it at all costs, even in beginners. Because now I can't abuse them too much with work hours, because they will then get 3 types of unrest. And then we are going dangerously high, even on beginners, on amount of total unrest. Because you see, she's upset with 34 at the moment because she ate neutral food, but now we'll come back to +7 because she ate a positive food, a food that gave 7 appeasement. So now we're back down to 27. So keep an eye on the unrests. Keep in mind that if you are banishing in a small tribe, you will get much higher unrest than if you banish one in a larger tribe. This is something you just figure out on your own as you play. You see, if you banish a person when you have 200 plus, you could get away with only a few points of unrest. So a few of the things you can do to calm down on the unrest, even though you still have combination unrest like we do. Give them the food they like, you see, because then you can scare away all the biggest numbers on total unrest, so they are not leaving you. But you need to have improvements on a regular basis. Yeah, so this one is up. That means that this one is going down. And then I'm going to put these two to build our first big straw hut. And we're also going to do one more of the smaller reed huts. And then we have changed to something that my people will in majority be okay with. They just need to rotate well. Yeah, so 7% of the better, and then a 30 of the lesser, so they can rotate and get a fairly okay rotation going. So this one should now be less unhappy. I need to just go find her, because she has been sleeping in the better housing. So now she's only 24, but of course when she has a few nights in the big reed hut, it will go even lower. Yeah. Unfortunately, she went into... No, where did she go? She went to the good one, didn't she? Yeah, she went to the good one. You can see her unrest for housing is already down to just 9, because she went into the better one. Yeah, that's good. But she does want better housing than the reed hut. Yeah, because it's still minus. But it's the best we've got. It's the best we've got. Just hoping the migrants bring a lot with them. She has... Oh, she has a small increase in stoneworking, but she's a bit behind in toolsmithing, which is fine. I'll take the stoneworking. It's lovely, really lovely. And since we have so many working on stoneworking of our crafters, it's no big deal. These should be sticks, fine sturks. See if I can write it correct this time. And these will do both weapons and tools. These are kind of the all doing of all. Yeah. So when we come to Neolithic, then I'm going to have our group separate from the others, which will be doing wooden spears only. Because remember, wooden spears is not only used for farming. You need it also for some of the tools. Yeah. And if you don't have enough of other tools for hunters and fishermen, they will use the wood spears as well. Remember that. Let's see, we have 18 axes. Goodness me. But you know what? We are not worried about that, because we are going to create tons of stuff until we're ready to do scavenge on and settle. We might do just a few scavenge on. It depends on how much we get. Yeah. Let me see. I'm going to keep those unlimited, just letting them harvest as much as they can. Because don't forget, everything regrows and repopulates. Animals, fish, all vegetable, all the stone family, everything regrows, replenishes, and you know, repopulates. And also remember that the tribe size decides how much each environment should have of food types and everything else. So the larger your tribe is, the more stuff you will get in your environment. So the gameplay is that dynamically it will change once every year or so based on your population. Keep that in mind. Large benches, yes. Let's do a large bench. How much? We have 6, which is what we wanted, because we did want to have benches for the very, very posh crafters. I'm going to take a bit of space here from where the straw hut should be. Okay, so now they have taken down the other pelt hut. So we are going to put this one up here. You're going to be here. There you go. We're only going to have one of these because they take more people, but they are less economic than these two. So now we need to have, first I'm going to build the second of these, and then we're going to put maintenance amounts. So this one will need roughly, is it 40 or 50 to be repaired? Around 40. And these will need around 25-30. So around 100 reed is what we will have as maintenance amount in tribe at all times. So just remember that you need to add the maintenance amount, the rough maintenance amount for every house of the same type you place down. In Neolithic, that could be quite a nightmare. But you will see it as you play as the years go by, and you have the same amount of readouts. You will see how much you need, and then you just change accordingly. Yeah. Now the big bench. So I'm gonna do proper storage areas and have everything organized once we have properly settled. Before that, I'm just gonna leave it as it is, because they all drop stuff roughly around the focal point anyway, which is where they are sitting and doing all their crafting. So now we have gotten closer to the Neolithic timeline. You can see that people are working hard to improve all the knowledges. We're working hard to improve the housing, and this is basically how you have to do it. You've got to do it in order to progress and to keep up with the tribe happiness, to keep people happy, right? So this is going to be it for this episode as well. So next time we are hopefully getting to a point where we will get our first full Neolithic migrant, and then we are going to start preparing to do our scavenge runs. And until then, have fun and take care.